Hi guys. I really love the fact that I only do these readings when I really feel called to do them. The collective readings, the ones on YouTube, that is. I'm doing readings consistently every day, but on YouTube, I only do them when I am called to do them, alright? And I appreciate that so much. I'm thinking about how right now this reading has been just gnawing at me, you know, from when I woke up, and it's just been eating at me and saying, not eating, but like, yeah, like nibbling at me and saying, you know, you need to do this reading, you need to do this reading, you need to do this reading. Even with me getting into the energy of actually sitting here and doing this reading, I feel so peaceful. It feels so like it feels like it's not a drag, and I appreciate that. I don't feel like I have to do them consistently. I can do them when I feel this feeling. Like that. I just wanted to talk about that. Guys, we're gonna get into the reading, right? We're gonna get into the collective reading without wasting any more of your time. Oh, by the way, I do offer individual readings, personal readings. If you would like a reading, actually, especially because I'm not consistently posting these videos, and so if you would like to, you know, get some guidance, clarity, honestly, you can hit me up. I have my links in my bio, in my descriptions. What do you say for YouTube? I don't know, but that one. Okay, this is actually quite a packed message, but it makes sense. I would imagine you guys have a lot to hear. Right now. But yeah, let's just narrow it down to a singular message, honestly speaking. You're in a place where you've been doing a lot of past life regression. Perhaps you've been trying to kind of understand what your path is, what your purpose is in life. You've been trying to understand what path you're supposed to walk, you know. And so you've been going back into, you know, wanting to know what your natural talents are, what your natural gifts are, you know, what this incarnation entails for you. You've been going back into a lot of that. So like a lot of reflecting, self-reflection, but through the past selves. So through yourself as a child, trying to reacquaint yourself with what you used to really like when you were a child. You know, trying to like even acquaint yourself with what you used to do in your past lives. Like I said, going into like it's what you're naturally good at, to see what you did in your past life, things that come easily to you in this life. Usually you perfected them in other lives. Usually, not always. I'm not saying that is the solid always the time. But yes, perhaps you might be feeling you need a mentor. Perhaps you might be feeling you need someone to help guide you, to help you fly higher. Perhaps you might be feeling that you need to be the mentor. You need to be guiding people because you feel like you understand yourself so well. I'm not even saying that. I know my tone sounds wrong, but I'm not even saying that in any sarcastic way. But it's either you feel you need a mentor or you would like to be a mentor. But it feels more like a middle ground place. It feels more like a middle ground place where you feel like both. You feel like you could use a mentor and you could be a mentor. Perhaps you're not sure about either one. You keep rocking back and forth between the two options. But this is definitely a time for you to kind of this is a time for you to seek guidance and wisdom from your ancestors. This is a time for you to seek guidance and wisdom from celestial bodies, from higher beings. This is the time for that. I'm seeing here that you're in a place where there's a lot of security inside of you. You're feeling very secure inside of yourself, secure in yourself, secure in your dreams, secure in who you are, where you are, all of those things. You feel very secure right now. And this is a very good place to be. So now what you're being asked to do is really lean on prayer a lot more. Lean on veneration a lot more. Lean on that a lot more as your source of sustenance, as your source of fuel. Yes. It's a time to really lean into prayer a lot more. Lean into the esoteric as a source of fuel, source of sustenance. Definitely, there are a lot of gems for you there. There's a lot of gifts, a lot of things to retrieve, a lot of things to understand, because you're someone who's naturally made up of the same components as the celestial bodies, as the gods, as the stars. We all are, but different people come from different celestial bodies. People come from different celestial bodies, and so your particular making, your particular star coding, I guess, means that you are someone who easily connects with the cosmos. And so do that, seek refuge in, that's I say, seek refuge in prayer. Use prayer as a grounding principle, as a grounding element for you. Oh my God, use prayer as a grounding element, as a grounding principle for you. Yeah, there's a lot to be discovered there. A lot of gifts to unravel themselves, to keep unraveling themselves for you in your life. Yes. We have the warrior here. This just speaks to your strength, your strong will. I spoke about your groundedness, your stability. This speaks to that. It's something you've worked on. You've worked on it, and so your warriorness is the most relaxed. It's the most calm. You are a warrior that is so calm, that is so grounded, and so that is a very good place to be. That is a very good place to be. Good for you. Good for you. You think a lot, you're an overthinker, but your thinking allows you to build worlds. So your thinking is working for you. You're an overthinker, but your thinking allows you to build worlds. Just be careful not to think yourself into depressions, pessimisms, ill mindsets, and things like that. Remember that you can always bring your thoughts back. You can always say no to a thought. Sometimes you may forget that you have the power to say no to a thought that you don't like. You don't have to take every thought that you have as true. You can say no to the thoughts that you don't like, right? Unless it's in self-reflection, which is a different story. But you don't have to be constantly doing that every day. You can say no to thoughts that you don't like, right? You overthink a lot, but your thinking does help you. It helps you in that you can build worlds. You're able to build success. I see someone who's quick on their feet. Maybe you have like a hustler mentality. Not even a hustler mentality, but I don't even want to say hard worker. Hard worker and hustler are not the words, but I think hustler is better. Hustler is better. Hard worker, yes, but hustler is a better conception, because I imagine someone who has a grasp on the concept of thriving communication in its entirety, you know. So that's what's showing up here. That's what your thinking helps you with. That's what your mind helps you with. Maybe you're someone who has a bit of an awkward relationship with your family. Maybe you're very close with your family, in fact, actually. Maybe you're very, very close with your family, but there is an awkwardness that exists there. By awkwardness, maybe you're struggling to expand. You've been wanting to expand something in your family, grow something in your family, help people realize something, and it's just not happening. There's a difficulty with expansion in the familial sense. Understand that you too are like these people, because you are of these people. So you too are like them. So anything that you accuse them of, you are guilty of. Be mindful of that. And yeah, I think I want to leave the reading here. I will leave the reading right here. Hi guys, I love you.